Hello students, welcome to Extreme Telugu. Today's topic is chapter number 2, chemical equations under 10th class chemistry. In this video, we are going to see how exactly the chemical equations can be made more informative. That means a chemical equation is nothing but a mathematical representation of chemical reaction. By seeing that, we can understand which components are getting mixed together and which chemical compounds are produced. But is it possible to understand the physical state of these chemical compounds or reactants and products? Can it be specified within the chemical equation itself? Or during the chemical reaction, whether heat is produced or absorbed, or is there any formation of precipitation in the chemical reaction, or is there any gas evolved during the chemical reaction? If so, how to represent all these cases in the chemical equation itself? These questions can be answered in this video. So let us get into this video. The different information that can be represented in a chemical equation are the physical state. The different physical states that we represent here: solids, gases, sometimes liquids can be represented with L, and any liquid which is dissolved in water is represented by AQ, aqueous. If it is solid in its physical state, we represent with S. If it is gas, then we represent it with G. If it is liquid, then we represent it with L. If it is a solution made in water, if any chemical is dissolved in water, then we represent it with AQ, that is nothing but aqueous. These are the different physical states that can be represented in the chemical equation. For example, in these equations here, carbon reacts with oxygen to give carbon dioxide. Carbon is solid, so S is written within the brackets here. Oxygen is gas, so G is written here. Here G is written. What is the meaning of that? That means CO2, carbon dioxide, is a gas. Second equation, N2 is represented as G, that means nitrogen is a gas. O2 is represented with G, that means oxygen is also a gas. NO, nitrogen monoxide, is represented also with G, that means it is also a gas. Zn, zinc, which is a metal, so it is a solid. Hydrogen chloride, HCl, hydrochloric acid, dilute, that means it is dissolved in water, hence it is written as aqueous. The salt formed ZnCl2 gets dissolved in water, so it is also aqueous. And here a gas is evolved, so it is represented as G, hydrogen gas. Here AgNO3, silver nitrate, is aqueous solution. NaCl is also aqueous solution, that means they are considered along with water. Here AgCl, that is nothing but silver chloride, a solid is formed here. Solid, silver chloride is a solid which cannot be dissolved in water, so it gets precipitated. NaNO3, sodium nitrate, which can be dissolved in water, so it is represented as aqueous, AQ. So if it is dissolved in water, then simply we write AQ, aqueous solution. If it doesn't dissolve in water, remains as solid, then we represent with S. Sometimes the metals and non-metals which are used in the chemical equations or chemical reactions in their solid states itself, without mixing them with water, they are represented with S. That means solids are represented with S, gases are represented with G, liquids sometimes they are represented with L. If they are liquids in water, solutions in water, they are represented with aqueous, AQ. Now, here we understood this particular point, physical state. Let us understand what is the meaning of second point, heat exchange or exchange of heat. If at all any exchange of heat takes place. The meaning is from the surroundings during the chemical reaction, if it is absorbing the heat from the surroundings, making the surroundings cooler, then such kind of equation or chemical reaction is called as endothermic chemical reaction. It is taking the heat inside. Sometimes during chemical reactions, heat is going to be produced. For example, you burn a stick, a paper, heat is produced in that chemical reaction. Such kind of reactions are called as exothermic reactions. So, if heat is produced, then it is represented with minus Q. Heat is produced. Heat is absorbed, then it is represented with plus Q on the reactant side. On the product side, if heat is absorbed here, that is plus Q. On the other side, it will become minus Q. If heat is released during the equation, it is minus Q. On the other side, it is becoming plus Q. Why? Because we are writing Q on the other side, product side. Plus Q means heat is produced. So, this equation or this reaction is called as exothermic. Here minus Q means heat is absorbed. Hence it is called as endothermic. So exothermic reactions will produce the heat plus Q. Endothermic reactions will absorb the heat minus Q. So these Qs are nothing but energy exchanges that we represent in the chemical equation itself. Next, precipitation. Here in the third equation or in the fourth equation, you can see silver chloride, a solid which is formed in those liquids during the chemical reaction, and it has gone settled down at the bottom of the beaker. This downward arrow represents settling down. Such kind of solid particles which are produced and settle down in the beaker, they are called as precipitation. And precipitations are represented with downward arrow mark. This is done. The last one. The last one is nothing but gases evolved during the chemical equations. The different gases evolved during the chemical equation can be represented with an upward arrow mark here. Metals react with acids to give salt and hydrogen gas. This is very well known fact to us. That means here hydrogen gas is produced, and produced gas is represented with an upward arrow mark. So gases produced are represented with upward arrow mark, and precipitations produced are represented with downward arrow mark. So here these chemical equations are made more interactive or more informative by adding their physical states, say solids, gases and all, by showing heat exchanges, say plus Q and minus Q and so on, by providing the information about precipitations with the downward arrow marks and gases evolved with upward arrow mark. So this is how we make a chemical equation more informative. Hope you understood this video. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel Extreme Telugu. Thank you.